Welcome to today's class on factorizing algebraic expressions. So yesterday, that was the previous video to this one, we factored out a single number or variable. Today, we're going to look at factoring out the product of two or more variables. So it's just it's just another step further in the learning process. So let us have a look at the 2 or 3 examples quickly. If you're not already following me on my channel, you are welcome to join me. You just press subscribe below over here, and you can become one of the students who follow me every day. And that way you can also go and refresh your knowledge on all the missed out lectures, which are all on my channel. I have from grade 1 all the way up to the senior grades on my channel. Welcome. Right, let's have a look at this one here. So we can see that the greatest common factor is 2x. Why is it 2x? Because 2 is the only thing that will go into 4, 8, and 10. Okay? And x is shared there, and there. Y is not shared in all 3 of them. There's no y in that one. So that is how the greatest common factor of all 3 is actually 2x. Okay. So we place our 2x here. And then we open up our bracket, and we're going to say, fine, what is left once we've taken 2x out of each of those terms there? Well, let's see why we got 2x here. This one, 4x squared, let's just write it in its most basic form, 4 and 2x's, because that's 4x squared, divided by the greatest common factor, which is 2x, would be x, and x cancels out. 2 goes into itself once and into 4 twice. So we are left with 2x, and there it is over there. Okay, so let's rub that out and let's look at the next term. If you really battle with this, you just write out your squareds as 2 next to each other, like x squared would be xx. Now let's look at the next one. Let's look at why we have 4y from 8xy once we've divided 2x into that. So we'll do our scrap work at the bottom. 8xy divided by 2x. X and x will cancel out. 2 will go into itself once, into 8 4 times. And we are left with 4y. And there it is there. Okay, let's look at the last term. Just rub out the scribbles. Okay, now we're going to see why 10xy squared becomes 5y squared once we've divided 2x into it. We'll quickly do our scrappy work at the bottom. 10xy divided by 2x. X and x will cancel out. 2 will go into itself once and into 10 5 times. So we are left with 5y squared. 5y squared, and our sign remains a minus. Why do these signs remain the way they were? Well, it's because, let me just quickly rub out here and we'll go look at the signs. This is old work, we're busy revising the signs. This is a plus here, so a plus and a plus remains a plus. And then a plus and a plus remains a plus, like up there. And then a plus and a minus will remain a minus. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Okay, so here we have exactly the same. These terms, we have to take out a greatest common factor. And we chose 3x squared z. Why did we choose that? This has got x cubed, x squared, x squared. So all of them have at the very least, got an x squared. Okay? Then we've got a z, and a z squared. So all of them at the very least have got 1z. Okay? And we can see 3 will fit in there, 3 will fit in there, and 3 will fit in there. So that's how we came up with this greatest common factor here. Now, how did we end up with that on the inside of the brackets? Well, we're just going to go the same way as we did before. We're going to take this divided by this for our first term inside the brackets. So that is 3xxxz divided by 3xxz. Z will cancel z. X will cancel x, x will cancel x, 3 will go in there once and in there once. We're left only with an x, and there it is there. Okay, now we're going to look at the next term. Just quickly rub it out. Right, so how did we get that? Well, we've got to take this divided by this. Let's go do it. Minus 6xxz divided by plus 3xxz. Okay, z will cancel, x cancel, x cancel. 3 will go into itself once and in here twice, and we've got a minus sign here, and there's our minus 2. That's how we got that term. Quick rub out here. Okay, now the last one, let's have a look at that. How did we get plus z here? So we're going to take that divided by that. 3xxzz divided by 3xx and 1z. 1z will cancel 1z out, x and x, x and x, and 3 will go into itself once and in there once. So it's basically 1z that we have left, which just can be written as z. Okay, so you've got a better idea now. Let's just do one more. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub out this answer, and we are going to do it together. Let's have a look at it properly now. So of the a's, we've got an a squared, a single a, and a single a. So a, just one a, is common to all of them, so we're going to write our a. Then we've got a b squared, and a b, so just one b is common to all of them. Then we've got a c, and a c squared, so only one c is common to all of them. So that's our greatest common factor on the outside of the bracket. Now we open our brackets, and we're going to say, fine, once that is divided by that, what are we left with on the inside? So let's do our scrappy work here. Right, cancel, 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 cancel. We're left with only an a. Okay, so let me just rub that out quickly. And we're going to write our a. Right, our next one, the sign's going to be a minus because there's a plus here. So we're going to write our minus, and we're going to divide that, and that's going to be a, b, b, c divided by a, b, c. The a's will cancel, that b will cancel that b, and that c will cancel that c. We've only got a b left. Okay, so we're going to write b. Let me just rub out this quickly. Right, now the last one, we're going to divide that by that, and we can see it's going to be a minus again. So it's a, b, c, c divided by a, b, c. That will cancel that, that will cancel that, that will cancel that. We are left only with a c. And then we close our bracket. Let's just take our scrap work away here. And that's the answer. Okay, so you've got an idea now how to factorize. Now, if we did the opposite, just to show you that this is the greatest common factor, if I took that and multiplied it by that, and then that, and then that, I'd end up with that again. So if you want to stick around, I'll quickly do that and show you. So we've not changed the value, we've just simplified it by taking out the greatest common factor. ABC times A will be A squared BC. So that matches that already. Okay. Then ABC times minus B will be minus AB squared C. That matches that. Okay. And then ABC times minus C will be again minus A, B, and then a C squared. And that matches that. So we're back to our original. Okay, right. Stick around for tomorrow's lecture. I'll see you tomorrow then.